Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the most deadly place in the entire game. Welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. Okay, in the intervening bits of time in between this episode and the last, I have done the research that I promised I would do. Yes, just like I don't do at university, I did research. And I figured out what we're going to do in this episode. Okay, so my hypothesis was actually surprisingly correct at the end of the game. The third component that you need to construct for Alan is indeed his skeleton, and it is indeed on the island. So, that's what we're going to do. I forgot that I'd left myself down here, so we need to go back to base in order to collect some resources. And then we need to go onto the island and find a particular part of the ice spires, or the Arctic spires, or whatever they're called. That's the area where we keep running into the ice worm, where there's those great big pillars coming out of the ground made of ice, hence the name, I suppose. So that's where we're going. I'll get back to base, build some resources, get some resources rather, and we'll go there and we'll try and find it. And there, I haven't looked up anything about what the places are, I just know some rough directions to find them, and that's about it. But I did see one thing there, one little note that should be very interesting to explore. So let's get back to base and get exploring onto the island again. Okay, so I've been home, got the resources that we need, and I have gotten us back to the island. Okay, so we're looking for the ice spires, which I believe should be accessible from... It's a beautiful moon. Why am I moving so slowly? Is it because of the stormy weather? I don't know. Let's put on the booster. Can't go wrong with a little extra horsepower. Okay, so we need to return to the ice spires, which are up there, I think. So we need to go up this bit here. So, yes, hello you. I hadn't forgotten about you. One little thing that I did want to bring up that I was thinking about when I was coming back from here. I think I've realised possibly one of the reasons why they moved over from a sea moth to a sea truck in this game, because the sea truck obviously is very modular. It allows you to take lots of things with you, like the prawn suits, extra storage, plantations, things like that. Which way am I going? Northeast I want, as soon as I find the area, which I don't think is this area. Because previously you could do all of those things in the Cyclops submarine, but the Cyclops was so big and so slow that it often seemed very unwieldy and very sort of inefficient to work with. It seemed almost like a burden to go with it, when you could go with just the sea moth or the prawn suit instead. And as such, when I was playing it, beyond exploring what the Cyclops could do, I never really did an awful lot with it because it was just so big and ungainly. So possibly they've realised that and they've moved. Oh, lovely. Wait, oh, gosh. Is it still in one piece? Yes, somehow it is. That's genuinely quite impressive. Genuinely quite impressive. Okay, so we need to keep heading northeast, I think. Or not. So possibly that's why they moved to the sea truck, so that they could continue to have the modular design in use when you wanted it, but without the very girthy and difficult to use Cyclops. Possibly. I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm talking out of my backside. Maybe I'm trying to fill time because I suspect this is going to be a short episode. I don't know. Aha! Arctic data patterns are so strong here, something of importance is nearby. Yes. Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted. I don't know where that stupid voice came from, but never mind. Okay. So that's good. That means we're getting close. So let's keep heading northeast. I think this is the Arctic spires. I just wish it wasn't night time. We'd actually be able to see something. Yeah, we keep heading northeast. We're looking for some sort of a small valley, I think. In the shadow of, even. Be amazed if anybody gets that reference. What's that? That's light, isn't it? This isn't the direction we need to be going in, but I am at the same time curious as to what that is. It's definitely something. That's alien tech, isn't it? Oh, I think this is part of the cable. Yeah, this is a part of cabling, isn't it? Yeah, this isn't anything wildly exciting, but it's still interesting. Okay, so I'll keep looking around, I'll keep exploring, and we will hopefully find this thing pretty soon. Oh dear. I appear to have gotten myself slightly stuck. Well, that's not good. That, however, is fantastic. This is something else that I'd completely forgotten I was supposed to be doing in this episode. I need to be looking around for this thing. Okay, good. This has actually made the episode a little bit longer, which means it's given me a bit more to do, because I can now go and open the thing with this thing. That did unlock the... Yes, good. Thank the stars for that. Okay, that I can manage. An iron cube and a pair of diamonds, that I can manage. Okay, right, okay, that's good. That means we can open up that area that connects to something. I don't know. Back by the snowman base. Aha! This might be the base. This might be the cache, I think they referred to as. Is this it? Yes! Yeah, apparently these force fields don't go down unless you've already got Alan. Which begs the question how I was able to find the first one. His tissues, but... I don't know. I'm just a crazy person. Ooh, that would be very useful if I never brought the prawn suit with me. Now, it would be a trek and a half to get the prawn suit over here. It's squeaking and creaking like ice does. Very strange. Okay, anything else here? No, just more crystal. Very exciting. I have so many beacons. I've turned half of them off as well. So they were definitely studying these crystals. They were definitely interested in them. Aha, I like that. Interesting. Aha, some data. Research log. Oh, hasn't been developed yet. Aha! That's a mandible. Yes, a skeleton. We'll use this to construct a skeleton so strong it can bear the forces of interplanetary travel if necessary. Provided no infection is present. It goes without saying. You have scanned all the components we need to make a storage body. Are you excited? Using the chemical compounds available in your body, I am able to approximate what you might call cautious optimism. Oh, Alan, never change. Okay, that is genuinely fantastic. That means that we have got the last component. What does it require? Is it going to be more benzene and polyaniline, or whatever it's called? Yes, it is. Okay, that's not difficult to get, but it does mean I'm going to have to do some walking. So, yeah, because of you, Mr. Man that's just made us a little bit of noise, because of you, I'm going to save. 54 meters has never seemed so far away. The snow fox may also be stuck. I should preface that. The snow fox may be permanently stuck. I sincerely hope it's not permanently stuck, but it felt like it would be permanently stuck. Oh no, it may actually be fine. Ow. Oh yeah, I can just pick it up, can't I? Just pick it up and pop it in my pocket, honestly. What am I panicking about? Right, okay. Okay, I think it's not that. Would you get away? Okay. I do think, if I remember reading correctly, there is actually another facility here somewhere. I do wish they hadn't described this as a valley and described it as a ravine or a crevice instead. That would have been far more accurate, but never mind. I think there is another facility here somewhere. Is this the thing I wanted to show you? Yes, I think it is! There's a boneyard of iceworm skeletons. It does look like they are... Oh no! That's it! That's the one! Yes! Oh. I was so excited when I read this thing existed. Iceworm, giant worm, threat level maximum. Oh my word, that thing is incredible. I love that. That is beautiful. Man, there's a lot of detailing in there. That's spooky. Okay, right, never mind. I think there is another facility here. one that you have to open with the use of an ion cube, which is one of the resources I wanted to go back and get earlier. However, I'm not sure that I know where it is, and I do not really have the time. So I just wanted to do a little pirouette there in my attempt to escape him. I do not think I have the time to find that, so we may come back and do that another time. But for the time being, we've seen the dead ice worm, which is the thing I really want to show you, and we found Alan's skeleton, which is fantastic. So now we just need to get back to base, get some resources, go back down there again, and build it. I would severely advise that people listen to Alan's advice and find all 3 fragments of his body before you go down there, because it's a long and dangerous trek. But anyway, let's get back to base. What? Incoming call from none? We've gathered necessary components to begin constructing my body. Yes, you've already said that. Great, what's next? Let's get you out of my head. Do you remember the fabrication facility? You must return there. I remember. We've been there twice already. Right, the fabrication facility. So you always planned on needing to make new bodies? Or did you originally design it for building something else? It is a standard medical facility. A medical facility where you just replace your whole body and wear it out. Sounds a little bit standard. Do people have access to that kind of mobility? That's not supposed to say Alan, that's supposed to say Robin there. Never mind. Excuse that, still very early access. It was a research mission of the highest importance. All of my people were not invited. So what were you? A scientist like me? I am a scientist like you. One does not simply cease to be scientific. Don't I know that? So what happened? Your team found a vaccine and then... Please, Rob Ann. You have the components returned to the facility. Rob Ann. Obviously half of that is supposed to say Robin. Instead of Alan. Sorry about that. That's fantastic. I really hope that when they get the voice actors in, when they get the voice actors in, they have in like one of the very first sentences, Robin introduces herself and Alan calls her Rob Ann. That would be brilliant. That would be truly marvellous. Okay, so that's just reconfirming the bits that we've seen before. Chances are that this is sort of all of the dialogue that they've got, and they'll cut out some of the bits so that it's not repeating itself at any point throughout the game. But that's very interesting. That hopefully means that he'll reveal some more story to us when we build his body. So let me collect the resources for the skeleton, and then we'll go back down to the facility. This is a fascinating opportunity to see him up close. Can't quite get me here, but this is fascinating. He's got such an interesting design. It reminds me a lot of an eel, with this sort of dark, slimy skin. And these remind me slightly of the legs of a spider, which doesn't help considering I'm horribly arachnophobic. And these dots as well. His tail. In a kind of horrifying way, he's beautiful. Like a beautiful, beautiful creature, but at the same time, absolutely, horrifically, monstrously deadly, and at times irritating. Sorry, I just wanted to... My scientific curiosity for looking at weird stuff couldn't exactly resist the temptation to have a little look. If only there was a degree program in that, the science of weird odds and ends that we found. That would be a popular program. Okay. We should be not too far away from... Where's the facility gone? Oh, gosh. Why did I not bring a beacon? I've been down here loads of times. Here it is. Okay, good. I'm getting slightly better remembering where it is. Okay. We've got everything we need. So this is the spot where I can make you a body, right? Yes. Well, that was a fantastic bit of dialogue work. Once I've used the fabricator to build each component, we can assemble them. And you can transfer out of my bonds. I am also looking forward to that moment. Well, let's not put it off any longer. This is the last piece. Soon I will be autonomous again. What will you do with your newfound freedom? I want to go home and make amends. Amends? For the bacterium? Seems like there's a lot you're not telling me. It is hard for me. We have all the necessary components. You may initiate my body fabrication sequence on the terminal. I have a lot more questions for you. I understand. So he feels guilty. I wonder if he feels guilty because he wasn't able to find a cure, or perhaps he was even involved in somehow the bacteria getting out. Commencing storage, medium, fabrication. We are finally going to find out what an architect looks like. Or at least, I think we are. Oh, they're bigger than I thought they'd be. You missed something. Did you cause the accident? What are you doing? Research, tit for tat. You probe my mind, I'm scanning your body. Oh my giddy aunt, that's fair enough. This is incredible. This is incredible. This is unbelievable. Okay, it's time to initiate transfer. Commencing data transfer. Are we... It has been some time since I last stretched out in so many dimensions, like waking from a dream. Hi. Could you put me down, please? I built you an entire body. Could you please put me down on the ground on my own 2 feet? I assume there's meant to be dialogue going on here, but... I'm looking at all of these appendages and I'm thinking of all the terrible places they could go. You're really not in my head anymore. There are some remnants. Would you like your memories from me removed as well? You're kidding? No way. Your memories of... Oh, I see. No, I don't want to forget you, Alan. So this is it. You're free. What's next for Alan the alien?
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Please, I will join you at the gate base when everything is ready, but now I have much to prepare. The gate base? What? What are you talking about? What in Odin's name are you wittering on about? No beacons. Signal location uploaded to PDA. Architect gate base? What? Where? That's a long way away. Okay, it's not actually. Alan, I just want to say, I haven't met many aliens. In fact, you're the first one I've ever met. But I just want to say, you look amazing. What I also want to point out is, not to be forward or anything, but I want to point the audience towards your bum. The scale design reminds me an awful lot of the Sea Emperor. It reminds me an awful lot of like their general shape and their appendages, the shape of their head, the sort of the lines, the arms, for want of a better word, since they don't really seem to use them. I know that's been constructed out of numerous different species. They're basically an aesthetically pleasing version of the Borg. But it reminds me an awful lot of the Sea Emperor. Imagine if the Sea Emperor was like a prehistoric architect. One that well, I was going to say hadn't evolved sentience. That doesn't kind of work anymore. It had evolved sentience. Definitely evolved that. That's incredible. Alan is a crazy looking person, and I absolutely love it. I love that design. That is incredible. Genuinely incredible. That is an amazing design for a character. I love it. I love it. Because they haven't gone all out on just making him look like a weird, freaky alien, like they're so often doing things like Star Wars. They just think, okay, what's an alien? Okay, so an alien would look wild and crazy. Let's make it, I don't know, bright blue and massive weird arms and big red eyes and anything like that. But with him, they've just made him look really cool. I can't even put my finger on what it is about him that's so cool, but he is just really cool. And it looks like it's been brought together out of different species. It looks like it's been not just cobbled together, but really crafted by an intelligent mind. It just looks fantastic. I love that to pieces. That's incredible. Okay, so I don't know what we're going to find at this gate base. Unless... the snowman base! Of course! That's where the purple tablet goes! That's one of the very first architect facilities we ever encountered. Of course, how stupid of me. That's where the purple tablet goes, which we've now got the resources to build. So I need to go back to base, build the purple tablet, and go there. Okay then, that's our objective. This is getting very exciting. I'm sorry I'm so giddy, but this is just really exciting. Really, really exciting. Okay, let's build the purple tablet. You get any kind of a message? Nope. Okay. Oh well, worth a try, I suppose. Okay, so it looks like my theory was correct. And that is almost undoubtedly where that is. Excellent. It's a very good thing I put this snowman base marker in, or else I never would have realised that this is where this was. But this is excellent. I'm also glad that this is here, because there's a very good chance I would have completely forgotten that we found the purple tablet fragment had I not actually had this marker put in, so that's very convenient. Thank you, game, I appreciate that. I appreciate you picking up for my complete lack of mental acuity. Okay. We're here. This is a bit spooky. What? It's off? He turned the force field off. What? Hang on a minute. This is the wrong tablet. This is a squiggly symbol. This looks like a middle finger. This is obviously extremely early access. This is extremely early on. This is not finished. This is incredibly weird looking. Obviously this is not finished. This is only just started. There's obviously... I don't need to say that, because I know that you're all intelligent, but at the same time, I feel like I should, just in case. But, okay. So obviously this is the end of where they have gotten up to so far in terms of the build. There is no more story to be had yet, I would assume. There is no more base, there is no more location. There is just this incredibly cool looking place. It's kind of freaky. It reminds me slightly of a padded cell with no texturing in it. Okay, that is a little bit sad, because that means, I reckon, as extremely sorry I am to say it, yeah, there's absolutely no interactivity here. These are just basic thingies just put in here for the sake of beginning this. I can't read this either, can I? No, and I can't do this. So that is a really, really, really terrible shame. However, that's not the end of the series. I should emphasise that. The series will continue, not for a while, obviously. It will have to wait until there's a new update. But when new updates come out, I will continue to play the game. I'll continue to explore new things, new biomes, new creatures, any new additions they add to the base building, any new areas on the island, new tools, new resources, anything cool that they add in, I will come back and have a look at. And of course, as soon as this part of the story is ready, I promise I will be here as quick as I can getting this sorted out, because I am just as excited as you are to see what this is. I mean, what even is this? What's this? Is this a massive laser? I don't know. Whatever it is, it looks really cool, and I cannot wait to find out what all of this is about. One point that I should know is, in the first Subnautica game, occasionally when there were new updates that allow for new story, that didn't allow you to use your old saves. And I know that the update that came out just before I started playing this series, started playing this game rather, there was an update that meant you couldn't use your saves before that. That obviously didn't matter to me, because it was my first time playing the game. But in the future, updates may occur which wipe out this save. But obviously I'll need to do a new game in order to actually access these new parts. It may make things a bit tricky. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that. What I'll probably just do is stay up all night playing the game again to get back to this point. But we will see what happens. I'll get back to this whenever I can. I'll keep an eye out for new updates. This series will continue, I promise it will, just as soon as they continue to update things. I don't know when, because obviously they've been delayed by the whole middle of March happening. But as soon as there is more stuff, I will be back here. But for the time being, we've seen Alan, who is amazingly cool, and I really, really love his design. I can't wait to see more of that. So thank you very much for joining me for this segment of the series. It's been a wild ride. I've loved, with the exception of the episode that had the horrible frame rate issues, I've loved every second of it. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.